Hey, before you watch this thing, hit subscribe, would you? By the way, are there like Muslim patron saints? Meaning like, is there like, I prayed in Catholicism, it's like I prayed to Saint, I don't even know them, but I know that they exist.
Yeah.
Are there like specific spells? I mean, that's basically what they are. Like, you got to pray to Saint Pete, whatever. Are there specific, or is it all just like the morning one, the like the time ones?
Everything is to God, so there's no personification.
Got it.
Then there's like, obviously the messenger, Prophet Muhammad, but you're not praying to, you're only praying to God. Right?
Got it.
And then,
and can you do like one specific hitters?
Yeah, you can. There's people who have like kind of, there are certain things where say, oh, say this if someone's ill, say this.
Got it.
All of that is there. Yeah.
Good. Didn't know that.
Yeah. I can give you any of them whenever you
fantastic.
Whenever you need.
I've
never actually, you came up to me at one point after you had done ayahuasca and you were like, I saw, you were like, I understand. I saw something. It's not exactly what you believe, but I saw something.
It's not. It's not exactly what anyone believes, but it's something. It's a framework.
It really made me laugh.
Like, it's not that, but like I get it.
I was like Neal even has like notes on enlightenment. I get it. Just a couple things about the light.
I'm taking it. Well, the thing with doing a non, you almost have the problem. Not the problem with Islam, but it's fucking. You have to keep doing it all day.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even do a plot that didn't have it. You should do it. Just cut out the prayers.
You got to do 5 times a day.
No, I know. So, and I this is what I've taken from Islam.
Yeah.
I try to journal 5 times a day.
No way.
Because somebody suggest. I was like, that's the Islam's right. Where like you forget and you gotta fuck God, and then you do it. So I've been trying to. It's not 5. It ends up being like 2 or 3. But like
that's amazing.
Yeah, but
a couple sentences.
That's I do a checklist.
Okay.
So you are saying that at a certain point, it's just your voice because it's based on what you grew up on. It's based on what you do all day.
It's based on like what I'm like what I'm obsessed with.
Yeah.
And then, but I also think that for me, I've been thinking about it where I have this thing in my head of, even if we're just talking about it like a topic, which is so much bigger than a topic to me, but let's just say if it's like a topic, I'm like, yeah, there's like 1 or 2 more things that are burning in me around it. But then there's also all these other things that I'm really interested in. And that's also what's fun about getting to just act, because I think most of the acting roles I take, I'm not even playing someone who's, I'm just kind of, racially ambiguous, and maybe
Italian.
I'll be Mexican.
Mexican.
This
guy can do a lot. Any of the dark hairs.
Any of the racially ambiguous brown hair, like just throw me in.
Market instability.
It's in some ways it's like a niche. It's like a niche market, especially in America.
Yeah.
With the ban.
Yeah.
They're limiting your audience. They're literally you're being shadow banned.
But comedy's been legalized. So
that's fucking it's a give and take.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do like some other. Well, okay, so that's what I was what I wanted to ask was, is your grandfather's Islam different than your Islam? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the other thing about Islam, in my understanding, is like, you guys didn't have a Reformation, whereas every religion had a Reformation and kind of watered it down. Whereas you guys it's still pretty like, woo.
Yeah.
That's brisk.
Well,
so,
there's an argument that I think a lot of the conversations that I've been inspired by is that we actually had a constricting, where Islam, it got tighter. It got
interesting.
more, and a lot of that is attributed actually to what some people call kind of like Catholic Islam, where it kind of became, you have all these colonizing forces that have certain ideas around how people should be, but there's also this very, Islam's really all about cleanliness in certain ways, but it wasn't necessarily as talked about as prudishly in the same way. And so you have all these people kind of saying, well, hey, can we just kind of go back to, we were the first religion that talked about divorce. That was never on the table. We were the first
religion to be cool with it.
Yeah, which is
interesting.
It's the divorce contract the concept of the prenup, essentially. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there are terms, you know, and
Great.
that was radical. That was, you know, I think if you read any of the accounts of the British going in, they go, these kind of sex crazed Muslims, you know, they get divorced, they go around, they do this, they do that, they make all these agreements, and then they have sex. You know, it's like that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And so you kind of, what we're actually experiencing is, and that's the whole thing with like Wahhabism, if you read about any of that, tighter than it was. And so we kind of had that. And then now, so yeah, if I look at what's going on with my grandfather,
It seems like
lot
a
of the
tough
conversations-
religion to change. Like that seems like, boy, that, I mean, if you want to look at Sunnis and Shias, it's like, well, this is a pretty minor disagreement from what I can do. Fellas from the outside, it seems minor, like somebody's nephew, I think it comes down to. But so I wish you luck with getting it looser.
You know, my whole thing is just getting to the core of what it is, and also, you know, what's interesting, you know, if I think about my grandpa and myself or my friends, there is, you know, there's some confusion, but there is a benefit to being in America, because it's kind of, you could just kind of look at it without the structure of everyone around you telling you it in a certain way, where you don't know, wait, is this cultural or is this actually what's in the faith? And so there's a lot of people, especially people who find Islam in America, and Islam's been in America for a really long time. They have a really cool, you know, view of it that I think is
So
very
there's no,
love-centered, you know
there
what I mean?
is it, does it affect your, like, because again, from the outside in, it's like, it's so misogynist and homophobic and all that stuff, which seems like, I don't even know if it's true, and it also seems to run counter to who you are.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think cultures in general can be, I mean, I think people
well,
look
that's
here
the other
and
thing.
they
It's
go,
like,
yeah, you look at America, it's
Catholic,
like super,
so, it's
super
like,
misogynist, super this, super that.
Yeah.
I think that tends to be, again, kind of where people and culture are at, as opposed to where faith is at, has been like my, you know, pretty deep understanding.
Yeah. Just hit it. Don't you want me to feel good? Subscribe.